So hello guys, my name is Kanaya Gupta and today I am going to explain how to design distributed caching system. So first we will understand what is caching. So caching is basically a memory management technique in which we store the frequently accessed data that we access from the database. The frequently accessed data means the data which we are accessing frequently from the database. When we access any data from the database, it takes more time. So what we do in this technique, we fetch the data first time from the database and cache that data so that in next request when the client make another request to fetch that same data, the data the uh, the call the request will not be go to database for fetching that data. The data will be fetched from the cache, as you can see here. If we can see that this is a cache and data will be fetched from here. So from the data fetching from here to take less time than fetching data from the database. That's why caching is used. So caching, what caching does, caching basically reduces database load. Sorry, what caching does, caching reduces database load. It improves the performance. How? First of all, when there is a multiple fetch request to the server, then the server load increases, also the database load increases. So to avoid that, we use caching. This decreases the load. And distributed caching spread data across multiple server, means there is a load balancer in the distributed caching, and it spreads the data across the multiple servers. For example, this is server 1, this is server 2, and this is server 3. So the load balancer will distribute the data and the load among different servers. So this is the distributed caching works. So let's move ahead. Now we will understand the architecture of distributed caching. So what is distributed cache architecture? It consists of client which requests the data. It consists of load balancer which distribute the request to the servers. It consists of cache nodes, means this is the cache, caching portion, and these are the nodes which are caching the data, and each node has its own cache. And the fourth component, database, where the database is data our data is stored. So multiple there are multiple server and each server will have its own cache. Okay, now we will understand why we use a distributed cache. First of all, the main advantage of using distributed cache is that response time get increases, means we get faster response time. Response time is the time which the server takes to fetch the data from the database and give it back to the client. So the time taken is the response time. So distributed cache basically reduces this response time. Another point is scalability. So what the distributed cache is done, that it handles millions of requests by caching, by its caching technique. So it makes the system scalable. Also it increases the scalability. Third one is ensure high availability and fault tolerance. Fault tolerance mean, suppose there are multiple servers. Suppose this is server 1, this is server 2, this is server 3. The server 1 have its own cache C1, this have C2, and this have C3. Suppose C1 fails, then the in distributed caching, there is advantage that if any of the cache level fail, then another cache levels are easily available to handle that load. Okay, so these are the basically benefit of the distributed caching. Now there are multiple cache strategies that we use for designing distributed caching system. So what is this technique? First is write through. Write through is a technique in which data is first written to cache and DB same time. Means the changes in the cache and database are done in the same time. Write back is that write back is another technique in which first we will update the cache, then we will update the letter, then we will update the database. In TTL means time to live technique, what we will do, we will set a time for which data will be valid. After that time, data will be expired. And fourth one is eviction policies. By using eviction policy, we also design distributed caching, and these eviction policies are LRU, LFU, and FIFO. So LRU means least recently used. In this, when a new when a new page comes in, we will remove the least recently used data. In this technique, least frequently used data will be removed, and in this first in first out technique is basically based on queue, in which the data which is data which is inserted first will be removed first. Okay, thank you. Now we will see popular caching technologies. For example, we have listened the name of the Redis. Redis is used for caching. It is an in-memory caching database which store the data in key value pair. Another one is MEM cached, which is fast, lightweight, and caching software. And third one is Apache Ignite. Now we will understand the high-level design of the distributed caching system. So distributed caching system, what it includes? It includes client. It includes multiple servers which are depicted here: node 1, node 2, node n. It includes cache which each server have. So and it includes a data source, which means it is a database, and monitoring service also it includes. So this is the high level design of the database, the distributed caching. So now if we conclude it, we will understand that distributed caching improves speed and scalability. How it improves speed and scalability? It improves speed and scalability because the the time taken for fetching the data from database is more than the time taken for fetching the database from the cache data. So by caching we improve the speed, and also by caching we can handle millions of requests, so it makes the system scalable. Now we if we talk about real life example where the distributed caching is used, you can see that we distributed caching is used in Netflix, Amazon, Instagram to deliver the content faster and handle millions of users seamlessly. Means Netflix, Amazon, and Instagram use distributed caching to improve speed and handle millions of requests, thus it's making Netflix, Amazon, and Instagram scalable, and user can view the content seamlessly. Thank you.